Oh, oh. Wow. Why are you giving me such a little tiny box? Weird. I don't know if it's recording or not. My hair looks all crazy too. What are you doing, computer? I'm live. Okay. Sorry about all that, guys. And I've got a black screen. Whatever. Okay, so my grandbabies just went home a little over an hour ago, and I was checking up on Facebook, even though I hate Facebook. Mostly checking up on my Praying Warriors page, and and the things that I watch on YouTube and whatnot. And I was watching this one lady. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm so tired. Those babies wear me out. There's this lady on Facebook that she was just, man, she was just beside herself. Because first, she's like getting ready to, her light changed green and she started to go, and there's this truck that was just flying through his red light. And she said that God literally stopped her car. Because, if she'd have went, she'd have been dead. And so that happened, right? And I mean, she's just bawling. I mean, bawling hard. And she, started it out saying, God showed up today. He showed me. He covered me today. So then she was saying something about, then she was like 2 minutes from home, and she was going down this street, and she said all she did is she just looked down at her phone for a second, and when she looked back up, there was a car like right there. And I guess it was stopped or something. And she said, but there was no crash. They didn't crash. God covered her on that too. And I mean, she was I mean, I believe her stories because something similar happened to me. And this was way back when my oldest child, who is now in the presence of God, Justin, when he was like still in a car seat, like a baby, not even a year old, we were going to go pick up my then husband's check, his Justin's dad's check from his place of work. And in Texas, when it rains, it doesn't rain. It's just like not raining and then solid sheet. Anyone that's ever been in Austin or different parts of Texas will confirm that. It doesn't rain there, it pours. And so I'm waiting to turn left to go up this little side road because it's like a shortcut to get to the place that he worked. And there was a bunch of people in front of me waiting to turn left because they knew about the shortcut on this road too. And so I finally get to turn left, and I noticed that all the people that had turned in front of me were gone. There was no one going the same direction. There was a few going the opposite, but none were going the way I was going. I thought, well, that's kind of weird, where'd they go? You give it another thought. It's just solid sheet of rain coming down, raining so hard. And I look in my rearview mirror, and to see if there was any other cars coming up the road, and I saw a car behind me, and I'm thinking, wow, that looks like Tara's little sister's car. And then when I looked back in front of me, I had come to this little bridge because this road went down on this bridge like that, and then it went back up on the other side. Kind of strange that they would do that, but anyway. And what I didn't realize is the bridge was flooded, and so I hit that water, and I just kept my foot on the gas. I didn't let up at all, and the water was literally coming over the top of the car. That's how deep it was. And I could literally feel my car starting to slide to the side to go off into the river. And I've got my baby in the back seat, and I start crying and praying and quoting scripture I didn't even know I knew, praying and asking God help us, because I thought we were going to die that day. I honestly did. And I get probably halfway across that bridge, and the water level drops to like, just that much, and I just drive on up the other side, the rest of the way across the bridge and then up. And I immediately stopped, and I was like that lady I was just shaking, and I was just in shock of what had just happened, because there's no way halfway across this bridge the water's going to go from being like 6 feet deep or 5 feet deep or whatever, 3 feet, whatever it was, coming over the top of my car. And it was a little, uh, it was a Chevy Corsica, I think, or Chevy, whatever. It was like a 70s model, or 69. It was a 70. Whatever. Why quit fighting? The water halfway across this bridge, when I was at the probably the deepest part of the bridge, the water level literally just dropped to nothing, and I was able to drive across. And my husband then was like, "Oh, I'm sure it was just a tree branch that, you know, I would have had to run over that tree branch for it to cut the water down all the way across the bridge." No, that was all God. I mean, that day, that erased any doubt ever I would ever have about if there's a God, because that was only God that could have got me across that bridge that day. And just this year, sadly, I remember hearing on the news, like, God is my witness, and he can strike me dead if I'm lying. But I don't know if it was that exact same road, but it sounded like it. And there was a lady, and I don't know if she had a baby in the car or not, but there was a lady that was trying to go across a small bridge, and she got washed into the river and drowned. That could have very easily have been me. And I know that that was God's hand in it. God's put his hand on me when I was doing dope, when I was doing meth 17 years ago. There's so many times I should have OD'd. I'm serious. Because I didn't, we were stupid. But God had a plan for my life, and I thank Jesus every day for saving me from myself. Really. But anyways, I saw that story about that lady, and she just couldn't stop crying. She could hardly talk because she was just in shock at what had just happened. And I just wanted to share that. And it made me think of the thing that happened to me. And usually I don't tell people about that because they give me that, okay, sure, yeah, whatever you say, kiddo. Yeah. They don't believe me, but you know what? I don't care, because I know it happened. I was there. And I know it wasn't because a tree branch fell on the bridge. There's no way. That water was too deep and rushing too fast. It was going like this way, It was going across the bridge. It was it's like the river had switched directions and was going across instead of this way. So, whatever. Anyway, just wanted to share that. It's Friday night. It's